Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In this video, we're going to take a look at both charts. We start with Bitcoin, then we take a brief look at Cardano, even though not too much has happened. Yes, 6% to the upside, but the 6% from where it started, it's not massive overall. You know, it only started at $1.02, I think. And the question is how sustainable that is. Same question for Bitcoin, actually. So we're going to take a look at that. Overall, the market slightly to the upside today. It has lost a little bit again in the last few hours, and as always, some cryptos up more than others, especially again here the metaverse cryptos doing really well, with Mana, for example, at around 14%. So yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin first. Bitcoin, just for everybody who is not aware of my scenario here, my view is that we have made a larger wave 1 in April 21, come up all the way into April 21 in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive move to the upside as per the Elliott Wave method. We've then moved down in 3 waves to a wave A, moved up in 3 waves to a wave B, and should now move down in 5 waves to a wave C, which should end below that wave A. The wave A was ending at 28.7k roughly. That was back in July. No, actually the low was here in June. And the C wave should end below that. Now there are a few possibilities here, a couple of possibilities that I mainly look at and expect. The first possibility that I still would primarily expect is that from here, you know, we've come down in a 5-wave move. So the 5th wave is not yet complete. So we've moved down in 1, 2, 3, and we are currently in wave 4. Maybe already completed wave 4, maybe not. We're not sure about that yet. And that we come down in wave 5 straight away. That is the first scenario. To do that, we should not move above 46.5k. If we break above that 46.5k level, and I'll show you in a minute why that level is so important, then we could see here an extension of that whole correction before we then come down in a wave C. Yeah, so that is certainly a possibility. So either we go down straight away, or alternatively, and that is absolutely possible, if we break above 46.5, we move up higher and then come down. And in my view, for this scenario here, that second scenario, that in my view has quite a high probability as well, but primarily I still think we could move down straight away. What we would do in this scenario, in this second scenario, and that was actually my original scenario after we started to move down in December, I did expect back then we did something like that: an A, that was the 4th of December here, a B and a C, 3-wave structure. That has not happened. The idea was, and some cryptos did that we moved up in a relief rally, a year-end rally, but would not get to new all-time highs and then come down. Now the alternative has always been that we come down straight away, and that did happen. But what could obviously happen now, if we break above this 46.5, that we then see a wave B and then come down in a wave C. That is absolutely possible. And I would look at that. And another alternative, it wouldn't really change anything immediately, but it would be another extension, that we have something going on like an Elliott Wave triangle, where you also come down in a wave A, B, that this here possibly was already the wave C low, as in the scenario I've just shown you. Then we come up in a wave D, that would exactly be what I've just shown you, just labeled as wave B. That would be a wave D. And that we then come down in a wave E. And depending on what kind of triangle that would be in that scenario, then it could be that we are not going to see those lower levels here, that we actually, yes, coming down once more lower, but maybe only to around 33k. So you would have that one more leg here, come down then. But we need to see how that whole structure develops. It's not, you can't really, we can't say it for sure yet, So we need to see how that next move up is. So these are basically the possibilities that we have, in my view, the most likely ones. My primary expectation is still, and that would also be what I favor really, is that we come down straight away, and that would be the best in my view for the chart. It would make a clean cut. It would end this. It would finish the correction, and then we can go to new all-time highs. Had a few comments in the last few days again that, oh, you know, you really want the price to go down. Yes, because the indicators then would come down lower, and a lot of people would buy back in. It would again fuel a little bit the interest in the crypto space, for people who might have exited the market because they were bored. And that could really then take us to new all-time highs, especially as some of the indicators would be very low. And this then allows a move to maybe 100, 150, or maybe even 200K. Okay, so it would be good for everybody actually. Not of course the people who've got into any leveraged long positions, but I don't advocate that anyway. You know, people who do 10x or 100x long positions, it's just not it's nothing also what professional traders would do. Yeah, so it's not yes, leverage using, yes, but only if you know what you're doing. And professional traders would not use a 10x or 100x. No, I think the maximum I am pretty sure about that professional traders typically use, yes, there are always exceptions, but this is between 5 and 8 5 and 8x. Yeah, anyway, looking at Bitcoin, we talked about this possibility that we could see here a forming of a reverse head and shoulders, and this is exactly what is forming here on the chart at the moment. But the real breakout point would, in my view, not be the neckline here, where this is already a potential neckline here at 44.5K. That's also why the price struggled there, this red line, and we had it on the chart, this key resistance line. I think what is more relevant is this diagonal line. If I zoom out, let me see if I can. This diagonal now resistance, previous support line of this huge head and shoulders. Yeah, so you've got here a huge head and shoulders pattern, and not very beautiful drawn, but head and shoulders, and that obviously did break. Yeah, we never really saw the price target. The price target for that would have been in the low 20Ks, and that might still be possible. In the end, you could now see that. That's why we're at this key decision point. You know, you could see all of this currently as a retest of that huge head and shoulder neckline. Yeah, it's a retest at this 46K level, and it might even be 46.5 depending on how high we go. But exactly at this level, you currently see here potential retest. Now we've not yet come up to the retest level, but in the end, what you see here is this huge head and shoulders, and for the retest, we're currently making an inverse head and shoulders. Can you see that? The left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. And if that level then breaks, I think we can see those higher prices that I talked about, not to new all-time high level. What this would then be, it would be that wave B or wave D, however you want to see it. That could take us to at least, yeah, if it is a wave B, you would typically see the level of the 0.5 fib level all the way up to, yeah, maybe the 0.887 fib level. Okay, 0.887 Fibonacci retracement level. This would be here a huge area, yeah, and I can't change that because this is Fibonacci levels, mathematics, and the crypto space is very volatile. Therefore, the fib levels are very much extended. This is unfortunately the target area that we have to deal with as we approach every one of these fibs. In my view, the most likely one would be 55K, because that is the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. Yeah. And this is typically the one where you would see most likely the price drawn to, but only if 46.5K breaks. So that is a key level. Yeah, the 55K level, 0.618 fib level. If a possibility to do it, I'm not going to tell you to do it, or I'm not quite sure if I do it, but let's say we break out of 46.5. We're going to see a retest of that support level, 46.5K. And then it might be a possibility to open a long position there. And then we go all the way up, and I probably would take my first profits then if it's a short-term trade at around this area, 55K. Yeah, but I need to see how this all develops. It's far too early to talk about that. Anyway, my buy order triggered down here anyway at around 39K. So that one is in profit, but I wouldn't even take profit now because there is potential to go higher, and yes, there is also potential to go lower, but I would be willing to just sit this out should we go lower. It's more long-term position. But yeah, that is the potential, what we have to deal with if the price breaks above 46.5K. Yeah, but obviously I keep you updated, and we can probably narrow this down a little bit if we see where this is heading. But as I said, we haven't broken out of this inverse head and shoulders yet. And overall, this could still be just a 3-wave move. Yeah, it will become a 5-wave move if you break this structure. Then you have 5 waves to the upside. At the moment, we have only 3, and a potential next wave, but it's not confirmed yet. It's not a higher high yet. And as I said to you before, what this could also be, and that is what I primarily still expect, a first wave of the move down, the larger fifth wave. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves into the trend direction, 3 waves as corrective waves moving against the trend direction. Another reason why the price is currently struggling is because of the EMA ribbon. If I open that, I think it needs a moment to come onto the chart. There you go. Not on the daily. What I was looking for here is the EMA ribbon on the weekly chart. So if I just go to the weekly chart, so you can see that the price is currently fighting here with the weekly EMA ribbon. Yeah, we haven't broken through to the upside yet. The last time that the price actually fell below it and then broke through it again, we had quite a bit of upside, all the way up to a new all-time high, yeah, on the weekly chart. At the moment, we haven't broken back above it. So fighting with those EMAs still on the weekly chart, very important. Yeah, let's take a look maybe at Cardano. Cardano has moved up quite a bit. I had a few comments that Cardano is pumping already. Well, it wasn't really. It only moved up a few percent together with Bitcoin, I think. So Bitcoin was obviously moving up a little bit. It has lost since then. Not really any change since my last video. So unfortunately, I can't really give you any update. Still in the descending wedge. And waiting here for a potential breakout as well. Bitcoin moved out or broke out of a descending wedge a few days ago. Now Cardano possibly could do the same. I think this is only going to play out if Bitcoin also makes a significant move due to the weakness of the chart and how the chart is currently moving. If Bitcoin doesn't manage to get above the 46.5K or even above the current level where it's sitting because it's close to a resistance, then I think we could see in the next move down also Cardano fall again to 92 cents. That would be my next support level. And if it loses that, we could move all the way down between 30 and 55 cents, with 55 being the first major support. Yeah, that's currently my view here on Bitcoin and Cardano. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And as always, if you want to join Telegram and Discord, check out the channel membership. You can do that on my website or here on YouTube, and then you can also join a weekly live stream. And on Discord you can see my buy and sell orders, you can see my own hodl portfolio, a lot of additional content as well, and we're currently building it out further and further. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.